Hey guys, welcome back to Outside with Shibe. Today, I'm going to show you how I light a fire in my wood stove. So if you stick with me, we'll get right to it. So this is the wood stove I'm running. It's actually a coal stove that I burn wood in. It's a Harman Mark III. It's a pretty big stove for the size house I have, but it's pretty big. I can put 18-inch pieces in here and usually get 5, 6, 7 at a time. So I let the stove go out last night. Now we're gonna get her ripping again because it's supposed to get down to the teens tonight. Not good. What I do, we get a local paper once a week. So I save them to use them as fire starters. What I do is take the newspaper, crumble it up. Sometimes I tie them in a knot. Most of the time, I just crumble them up. So I think there's 7 or 8 sheets that come in this paper. So that's normally what I do. 7 or 8 sheets crumbled up into balls. Then I take some of the awesome byproduct of splitting firewood, which is kindling. Take that, just crisscross it in there. Nothing fancy. Like I said, nothing fancy. I open my bottom door, make sure my damper's open in the pipe, and just light her up. Also leave the cellar door open so I get a decent draft going up because the pipe's cold, so the cold air is coming down the pipe. Not right now though because I have the door open, so now there's warm air going up the pipe. Leave the bottom door open, close this door, should pull a draft pretty good. Oh yeah, she's gonna go. Oh yeah, she's going good. Let me turn the light off. Oh yeah. That's gonna do it. So I let that rip. I could have cleaned the glass a little bit, but so I normally let that get caught pretty good and grab a little more bigger kindling to throw on top just to get some decent coals started on the bottom. Like I said, I got some bigger chunks to throw in on top of this. Let that get good and caught. I think I'm going to throw a little more kindling in there. Some bark I can throw in. That'll work pretty good. Here's a nice bigger chunk. Let that go. Oh, look at that. Stink bug. More BTUs. Throw a couple little pieces in there. Throw a couple smaller pieces in there and let that stuff get caught. It did rain the other day, so this wood is a little damp. I gotta actually pull some wood out and put it in the basement here. Alright, those seem to be going pretty good. I'll throw 2 more pieces in and we'll come back when it's pretty much established, and I'll show you the process that I go through to get a good bed of coals in there so it lasts pretty much 12 hours or so. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. I threw 3 more pieces in since I just closed the bottom door, but I have the screw knob open 2 turns. Now I'll leave that open until I get a good base, which will probably take, I don't know, an hour or 2 till this burns down and get some good coals. And then I'll throw a couple more pieces in, close out all the way. I put the pipe damper at 2/3 close. There, you can tell it's still burning. So open it up and show you what she looks like in there. There you go. That's roughly 15 minutes from starting the fire. I can already see some good coals in the bottom there. But like I said, until this thing gets a good coal base, I'm going to leave that bottom damper open 2 turns. And then we'll come back when she's ready to be damped off. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but this stove, it pulls air through the bottom and top of all these windows. So I have no way to really shut that off. That's why I closed the damper all the way, just so it's not ripping all the time. It took a little bit of time to actually figure this stove out with burning wood, but it works really well. All right, see you in about an hour. All right, guys, it's been about 45 minutes. I'm gonna open her up, see what she looks like. From this perspective, it looks good. There's good heat coming off here already. I like it. Oh yeah, burning very nicely. Very nicely. Give her a little poke. thinking she's looking pretty. All right, I'm gonna throw 2 more pieces in there, maybe 3. Close the screw damper, and I'm gonna leave the pipe damper open until I go to bed, just to get a little more heat. And then I'll shut her down and let her idle. Looks like 2's all I'm gonna get. Close the screw and let her rip. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That's how I get a fire going in my fireplace. And like I said, that's a coal stove, and I've been burning wood in it for the last 3 years or so. Started out with coal, then I decided to go with wood, and for being a coal stove, it actually works pretty good. So shirts came. At least one of my shipments of shirts came. So everybody else out there that ordered shirts, I appreciate you guys ordering shirts. I'm sorry it took so long. I don't know what was going on. Everything was like stuck in Virginia. So yeah, I don't know if the post office is helping count ballots or what, but yeah, it took a little while to get here, and I'm not exactly sure why. But all in all, I got one of my shipments. Hopefully everybody else out there got their shipments. And like I said before, I appreciate you guys purchasing shirts. It helps me out, and you get some merch from me. From what I got, it looks pretty good. I haven't tried them on yet. The fabric seems good. I like the color and the print, other than my other shirts that were just white printing. Sorry I haven't been putting much out, but time constraints with getting home, and then it gets dark. I mean, I had to start the stove tonight, so I was like, well, might as well make a video, get something out there, you know what I mean? I am working on some footage from West Virginia, my hunting trip in West Virginia, so should be good there. Should have that out maybe Friday. So again, thanks to the people that ordered shirts from me. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been putting out content, but it's tough right now. I mean, it's tough to film your own hunts and get good footage. You know, I mean, something that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to try to work on that throughout the rest of the season here, and see if I can do better next year. Hopefully I get some better equipment. I got a GoPro now, but I have to send a GoPro back. There's a front screen that isn't working, so I called them today and went through all the troubleshooting, and yeah, they said send it back and then they'll send me a new one. So that's on hold. All right, guys, that's all I have for today, and I appreciate you guys sticking around and waiting for me to put out stuff. So if you like this type of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next one.